wait for people to join. Start in a couple minutes. Hi, welcome. How are y'all doing? Madison, is that you? Hey, girls. Hey, Matt. Hey, how are y'all? Thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna wait just another second before I jump into this. Oh, Maddie, I hope you're doing good. I see your pictures. You look so good. Oh, that's great. We're waiting on you here in Spain. Hello, Lada, Olivia. Welcome. I'm just about to start. I'm gonna wait like 2 more minutes. Hola, Adrián? No, Álvaro. Hola, Álvaro. ¿Qué tal? So I'm chewing on... Okay. So my British friends are gonna know this. It's from Flying Tiger. It is gum. Flying Tiger is like a dollar store gum. Hola. It's like a dollar store... A European dollar store. Hola. Hello. And they have the best gum in all of Spain, but it is massive, okay? Like, their gum is so massive. So if you see me chewing on something, that's what it is. Gonna be working on it for the next half hour. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If y'all want to, like, if you have any questions... Oh, you have the green version. I love... So this is their mint, like peppermint. But I guess, yeah, peppermint, but they have like a couple flavors, and it's like €1. If y'all have any questions, drop them down below. If you don't, I will answer some that I have gotten from you guys over the past couple of days. Actually, over the past couple weeks. So let me know. So I'm actually gonna just go ahead and jump in and take questions as I get them. Extra is the best gum brand. I don't know. US gum. I miss US gum. But so there's a couple questions that I have got from different people that I'm gonna answer. Let's see. Hold on. I have them here. Let's see. Okay, so top tips for people. This is from Joy Rebecca. Top tips for people planning to become an au pair, including visas and travel. Hello, Sami, wie geht's? So this is a great question. So, top tips for people planning to become an au pair. Y para los hispanohablantes, dime si no me entiendes, ¿vale? So I would say one of the big tips I have for travel right now during COVID is to have a plan B. So I did this before I came. I was told to do this. Hola, Moises, ¿qué tal? But I was told to have a plan B before I came because with flight cancellations, things are just super, super complicated right now. And you really never know when your flights are going to get canceled. So my plan B was I was supposed to fly from Atlanta, London, Madrid, Seville. And I was told that there was a pretty good likelihood that my flight could be canceled from London to Spain. So, hello, hola, bienvenidos, welcome. So what I did was I essentially just like found a hotel that I was going to go to in London, kind of had an idea of what I would do if things did not work out for whatever reason. So yeah, that's a tip I have about traveling. Y'all let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Déjame saber aquí en los comentarios si tienes preguntas. If you do travel, get COVID insurance. Oh, that's great advice. So for those of you watching, Au Pair T just commented, I did an interview with them last week, and it was so good. So I'm going to publish it. I think it's going up on Thursday. It was so good. They're 2 au pairs in the US from the UK. Their stuff is just incredible. So go and follow them right now. You see it down there, Au Pair T. Go and follow them. So good. Hey T. She said, if you do travel, get COVID insurance so you get money back. That's true. That's true. Also look for flexible flights that would allow you to cancel. That's really, really important. Look for flexible flights and au pair insurance. Yeah. Yeah. So how to au pair. Hello. Hello. I have not checked out your channel yet, how to au pair. Let me know down in the comments, like kind of what you talk about, and I'll give you a little shout out. By the way, this Q&A is going to go up on YouTube. So for those of you who would like to go back and hear another answer again or something like that, this will be on YouTube. All right, so let's answer another question. This is from, well, I probably shouldn't say the name. Actually, yeah, this is from Jen. I did an interview with her a couple weeks ago. She said, are you studying alongside being an au pair, and how do you balance both? Hola, Elena, ¿qué tal? But yeah, so I am studying right now. That's a great question. Hey, Chelsea. That's a fantastic question. I'm studying through my university back home online at the moment. I'm only doing one class this semester. It's my last class in my associate's degree. But last semester, I was doing 3 classes while I was au pairing, and it was quite difficult to manage all of that. But I have to say, compartmentalize and manage your time really well. So what I would do is I would get up at 8, do a little bit of work, and then I would, get the kids off, but I would try to have all my schoolwork done by 11 o'clock. And then that way in the evenings I could study or do anything like that. Are any of y'all studying and being an au pair at the same time? I would love to know that. So please let me know if you are. All right, let's see. Another question. Oh, no, that wasn't supposed to zoom in on me. I have my questions here. Ooh, this is a good question. This says, is it okay to bring your romantic partner to your host family's house? Ooh, that's a good question. Au pair T, let me know. Let me know. T, if you're watching, let me know what you think down in the comments too. Oh yeah, Chelsea says she studies along with being an au pair. Well, Chelsea's a nanny, but you weren't au pair. So is it okay to bring your romantic partner home? I don't know. I think that would depend on the host family, truthfully. I would probably ask your host family. Hi, for those of you that just joined. Hello, Annika. Wie geht's? Yeah, so Au Pair T just said it depends on the host family, and I agree. Like, I would probably say, ask your family what they would say about that. I know, like, for my host family, one of the prior au pairs, her boyfriend came to Seville from Germany and stayed for, I think, like a week, pretty much, here at home with them. They have an extra bedroom. So, I don't know. I would just ask your host family, but my gut says no. I probably wouldn't. Definitely not without asking, I wouldn't. Hello, for those of you that just joined. So, Chelsea says, I think if you're with older kids... Ooh, that's a good point, Chelsea. So, she says, if you're with older kids... The rules that apply to them should apply to you. My teenage kids had their boyfriends around, so I did too, but no sleepovers. I think that's a very valid point. My kids aren't old enough, really. I mean, Matt could have a girlfriend, but he's only 13. But yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's what I'm sticking with. Whether or not y'all are, yeah. Au Pair T says, whether or not y'all are going to be doing anything cheeky. That's probably the truth. I don't know. I think for just going out for like if they want to come over for drinks or something, or I don't know, like Netflix, sure, but anything more than that, I don't know. You're probably pushing it. Au pairs por el mundo. Dice Spanish families could be a bit more conservative. Yeah, so that's a good point. Spain is kind of conservative in general. Hola, bienvenidos, hello. Netflix and no chill, Au Pair T. Agreed. So Spanish people are kind of conservative, and they are very private people. So, I don't know, having your boyfriend or girlfriend over would probably be a bit more taboo, I think, here in Spain than it would back home. Just my opinion. Mir geht's gut, wie geht es dir? Mir geht's super gut, danke schön. I've been so excited all day for this live stream. Oh, that's so sweet, Annika. Danke schön, danke schön. Ich auch. Me too. Chelsea said, I have my own apartment. Ooh, that's a good point. So yeah, so Chelsea was saying she has her own apartment, and I guess if you live out, it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm always really cautious though who I bring around the kids. Like even my friends, if I'm ever gonna have like one of my friends meet me in the park while I'm there with the kids, I do always ask my host mom first, just because, I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. Hola Lara, bienvenidas. Hola, hello. Yeah, but I think that's a great point. So just ask your host family, play it on the safe side. I know there's no pair who's dating her. No. Au pair T said, I know an au pair who's dating her host mom's best friend's brother, so he knew the family before she even arrived. Oh my gosh. That is intense, man. That is, I don't know. I'm always really cautious to have like mutual friends with my host family. Okay, let's do another question. This one says, how many times have you been in Spain and why do you keep choosing Spain? Interesting question. So I've been here 3 times. It's my 3rd au pair experience. I have no idea why I keep choosing Spain. I really don't. Au pairs, hold on. Au pairs from the dice, Dios mío. Au pair tea is spilling the tea. I love it. But yeah, this is my 3rd time here in Spain. I don't know why I keep choosing Spain. I do really love the culture here. I'm a very warm person, so I love that. Au pair tea said, sorry, Graham. No, look, me and Au pair tea, y'all, we need to do a live stream together. Me and these girls, we just jive. I'm telling you, we just jive. But yeah, so that's one reason why I keep choosing Spain. I really love it. And 2, I love the idea of being somewhere that I know. And I do kind of know Spain's system of doing things and all of that. So I quite like that. All right, I'm gonna look at some other questions. So those are just a couple that I got yesterday, but I have a bunch written down too because I've been collecting these for 2 weeks. I've been getting a lot of DMs lately with questions. All right, so let's see another one. So Olivia says, was your Spanish good before going to Spain? I'm planning on au pairing next fall and my Spanish is so bad, bless your heart. And I'm stressing about how to manage. My Spanish, so I took private Spanish lessons for about 1 year before going to Spain. So I think my Spanish was probably A2. For those of you who are in the US who don't know what the A2 system is, in Europe, your language skills go from A1, which is absolute beginner, to C2, which is native level or college educated. So currently I'm C1, which means that I could, live my life. Hey, Fran. Which means I could live my life in Spanish, essentially. If I had to, I could live just in Spanish. So I think I was A2, which means that I could order coffee and have a conversation, but I couldn't have explained to you how to tie your shoes in Spanish. My biggest suggestion is to don't really sweat it that much. Are there any au pairs here right now that have gone through a similar experience? Let me know if you have. But I would say don't sweat it. It'll come. Definitely study before you go. Definitely study before you go to your host country. But don't just kill yourself over it. I mean, it will be okay. A big thing though, a lot of people in Spain don't speak English. So do brace yourself to have to use a lot of charades. Maddie says, you should visit me when you're back in the States. I will, Maddie. I will visit you. Your college life looks so fun. Let's see. Au pair T says, question, have you watched have I watched Money Heist? I watched it dubbed, obviously, but would love to watch it in Spanish or English. Okay, so I have watched Money Heist. For those of you who don't know, Money Heist, or Casa de Papel in Spanish, is the big series here in Spain right now. Right now, in the past 2 years. If you have Netflix, you have to watch Casa de Papel, Money Heist. It is so good. It's about it's about a money heist, essentially. But if you are learning Spanish, that is a great series to learn Spanish with because they use accents from all over the world. And they have the most beautiful Madrid accents. Ugh, it's lovely. But there's Argentinian accents, there's Madrileño accents, there's Andalusian accents, like where I'm from. It's a really great show to not just enjoy, but to enjoy your Spanish. Oh, pretty. My brain can hardly hold a custom Starbucks order, let alone another language. And then bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. La mattina. Sorry. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so I'm about to butcher this name. I don't know if it's Spanish or not. Eli Lázaro? Lázaro. That's it, Lázaro. Are you Spanish or Italian? Let me know. Are you still living with your host family? How can you describe your experience as an au pair? By the way, I like your content. Aw, thank you so much. Hi Helena, wie geht's? So I am living with my host family. I'm a live-in au pair. All my kids are upstairs right now watching like Netflix. They get to watch like a little bit of TV every night. That's why I chose the time that I chose, because I knew they would be quiet. But I do live with my host family, with my 4 host kids. They are just as lovely as can be. I absolutely adore them. We might even have a visitor. They don't knock. But yeah, I would say my experience has been pretty good. Of course, COVID really pulls things down. I cannot leave Seville. So Spain, this is a good little Spain geography lesson really quickly. Lázaro says, I'm Spanish, living in Albacete. Ah, qué chulo. Bueno, Spain is divided into 17 autonomous communities in English. And inside of each of those are provinces. And inside of the provinces are municipalities. So kind of like provinces would be kind of like a county, I guess, in the US. But so we cannot leave the municipalidad, the municipality of Seville right now. So really locked down. We really cannot do much. Oh, hi Laura. Wie geht's? Kathy, I don't know where you're from. Wie geht's? Hello. Yeah, so I'm gonna wave at all these people. But yeah, so that's kind of the COVID situation in Spain. I had a really unfortunate story. My second experience was not good. My first was incredible, second was not so good, and then third has been really good too. So I cannot complain in the slightest. Okay, so one of the questions that I've gotten was, y'all that are just joining, let me know down in the comments what your questions are. I have some written down here that I've gotten from you guys, but also I will answer the questions live. So one of the questions that I got was, do you prefer live in or live out? I've never been live out, so I don't know. I do like live in though, because I think it gives you the advantage of experiencing the culture and the language firsthand. Whereas I have met live out au pairs who, I don't know, they just never really seem to integrate really well into the culture, and I think it's because they don't live with the family. So I don't know. I think that kind of detracts from the experience. Hello, the people who are just joining. Hello. So Au Pair T says, y'all need to watch Graham's horror story. Oh, yeah. So if you haven't watched my horror story, go on YouTube. And I actually think when you type in horror story or male au pair, that it's one of the first videos that shows up on YouTube. But it is intense. It was a really, really intense experience. It was 10 days. A crazy 10 days. You have to go and watch it if you haven't seen it. It's very entertaining. So if you just want to watch somebody else's train wreck, go and watch that. It was pretty entertaining. Not at the time. It is now though. Au Pairs por el Mundo says, are you planning to do another au pair year after this? That's a great question. Y'all are the first to hear this. But I am considering doing another year. My degree back home does not start until the fall of 2022. So I have a year and a half before it starts. So I don't know. I'm considering not a year. I think I would probably do another 4 months, maybe 4 to 6 months, would be an idea. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna play it by ear. You know, I'm gonna see what happens, and I don't know. I'm actually talking with a couple families right now, so I will let you guys know how that turns out. I'm so excited talking about it, and I might even change countries. I'm thinking about Germany right now. So somebody else just joined. Hello. I'll wave at you too. Wave at you. Let's see. OPRT talking about my horror story says, make sure you have popcorn. Yeah, popcorn and tissues. Man, let me tell you, it was rough. It was a rough experience, but y'all need to go and watch that. And it really, like, I made that video not just to, like, tell you the story, but also to, like, help you guys if you're in a situation like that. And unfortunately, it does happen. It does happen sometimes, so it is good to know. All right, let's see. Anika said, I found my host family in Edinburgh. Yay! They have twin girls, 1-year-old. I'm a bit scared about that. Do you have any advice for taking care of such small humans? That's so sweet. First of all, I think Edinburgh would be lovely. That was on my Europe bucket list this year, fun fact. I had 5 cities. And, of course, can't go right now. But, so twins, that would be interesting, and 1-year-old. So, to answer this, I don't do babies. For those of you who don't know, I do not do babies. The youngest I do, I nannied a 5-year-old one time, and I thought I was going to lose my mind. It was like 3 months, and that was the slowest 3 months of my life. But I don't know. I would say with babies, just take all the help you can get from the mom, you know, like really watch her and see what she does. I even do that with my older kids. But I don't know. I think with babies, I don't know. I think it's more work, but it's also in a way less work because you're not dealing with like all the sass and the attitude and the arguing. Like they pretty much just sleep and eat and poop. So that would be nice. Operas por el mundo dice, I took care of twins too. The advantage is that they get to entertain themselves. Yeah, that's true. I mean, my 4 kids, they totally entertain themselves. People are like, oh my gosh, you have 4? But it's not that bad at all. Somebody just joined. I think they're Spanish. Thada Benuso, are you Spanish? Let me know if you are, or if you're a Spanish speaker. But welcome. Yeah, so I don't know. I would say, I do think, don't worry too much about multiple kids because they really do just entertain themselves. It's pretty simple. Operti said for twins, make sure you get to know them as individuals. Oh, that's good advice. I love that. I'm telling you guys, look, next live I do, I want to do it with these girls right here. They are the best. Hey, JJ. Yeah, so that's good advice, and I think that's good kid advice in general. Make sure that you get to know the kids individually because they are different. For example, Clara, my 6-year-old, she is 100% different than Teo, the 8-year-old. So, you know, I really cannot treat them the same way. I have to treat them very, very differently. From au pair to expat, hello, welcome. Annika says, come and visit me in Edinburgh. I would love to. I really do want to. One of my motivations for taking another several months as an au pair would be to come back to Europe when we could travel, because I'm hoping by the fall we will be able to travel, and I'm dying to see other parts of Europe. I've been to Spain, France, Portugal, Austria, Slovakia. I think that's it. So I kind of want to see Germany, the UK, Ireland. I would love to see all of those. You know, we'll be there. Au pair T, y'all are the best. Y'all really are. All right, let's see. Thank you for all your advice. Thank you, Annika. Dankeschön. So somebody asked me about this, actually. They sent me a DM. They were like, so, because apparently I guess in one of my stories, I was like talking to one of my kids in the background in German. So I don't speak German, okay? For those of you who ask, I don't speak German. That is not... So my host family is German, but I do not consider myself fluent in German. I can like order a coffee and then tell my kids to like stop doing things. But that's about as far as my German goes. Maddie says, are you still planning on teaching 2nd grade? No, I'm not, Maddie. So that's a great question. That's one of the things being an au pair taught me. So my plans after au pairing, I am going back to university. I've already done 2 years. So I'm going to do 2 more years. And then I am doing international relations. So I'm super excited about it. Don't go to Liverpool. So Au Pair T says, don't go to Liverpool when you visit England and you'll be fine. They have very strong accents, fun fact. You should, for those of y'all who don't know, Google their accents. It is intense. Let me know what y'all are doing after your au pairs. So all you au pairs here, let me know. Drop it down in the comments what y'all are doing. I guess in Austria we have very similar dishes. That's cute. Okay, so another question. Let's see what we got. Hello, for those of you who are joining. Hello. Hello. Au Pair T says, I hate when people ask me what I want to do after being an au pair. I have a love-hate relationship with it because I'm a real optimist. Like, I love thinking about what's next in life, but I've also changed my mind about 1,000,000 times in the past 2 years. So that can be a bit stressful. Hello, for those of you who are just joining. Hello, Claire. Hello. If you join, let me know what country you're from. I'm like a big geography nerd, so I love that. Probably become a midwife or a nurse. Oh, that's good for you, Annika. Good for you. I don't need that stress. Me neither, girl. Me neither. Maddie. Oh, that's so good, Maddie. You'll be such a fantastic kindergarten teacher. You'll be so good at that. That makes me happy for you. Pues por el mundo dice, I was an au pair in Amsterdam, now living expat life in Italy. Oh, that's nice. So that's and that's something that I hear of a lot of au pairs doing. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, a good number, after their au pairs, staying in kind of the community or the country and working that, because you will have, a bit more language skills. Kenya, wow, that's a long way away. Well, welcome. She said, but planning to go back to the Netherlands in a couple of years. I've heard really mixed reviews from au pairs in the Netherlands. I either hear people say like they love it or they hate it, and there's no in between. So that's very fascinating. Okay, so next question. Would you consider au pairing in a different country? Yes, I would. Like I said earlier, I am considering Austria and Germany to improve my German, but I would also consider Spain. I always try to follow the family and not so much the country. So that's, if I find a good family, I will typically go with a family. Au Pair T said, something on my bucket list is teaching English in Nepal. Why Nepal? That's so interesting. I do hear it's lovely though, like with the mountains. I need to do it for a while, but who knows? Yeah, I get that. I do think that's kind of the benefit of Corona. It has shown us all the things that we really want to do. JJ, what's up, man? What's up with you? How's life in Germany? Let's see, another question. How do you manage your 4 host kids, and any tips? So I kind of touched on this a second ago. This is really good advice. Maddie asked me what time is it in Spain. It is 7:30 p.m. But my 4 host kids, so they go from 6, 8, 11, and 13. So they have quite the age difference. And I would say it's pretty rare that I'm with them by myself for much time. That's not at all common, just because they kind of do their own things. But with my oldest one being 13, he definitely lives his own life and he's very mature, so I don't really have to deal with him. My job mostly pertains to the younger 2, the 6-year-old and the 8-year-old. And then for the older 2, really, I'm just here to speak English to them. But I would say if you are dealing with a lot of kids, compartmentalize. So for example, I like to make lists every day. So think of all the things you're going to have to do and kind of plan it out. That way you can have it in your head as to what you're going to do. I did this with 2 kids. I did this for 1 kid. And now I do it with 4. So that's definitely my advice there. Annika says, Austria is definitely worth the visit. So I did visit Austria last year. I visited it 2 weeks before the quarantine, and I actually did interviews with 4 host families in person in Austria. That was the best experience I've ever had. I didn't even really have time to see Austria because I was so busy doing these interviews, but I loved it so much, and getting to meet these people in person was incredible. It was so cool. If y'all have not watched, I posted a video on my channel about getting ghosted by a host family, And that was one of the host families in Austria. So y'all should go and watch that video. You can go on my channel and just look up like ghosted in Austria. I don't know, ghosted by a host family. So Annika said, "Wo wohnst du in Deutschland?" Ah, she's talking to JJ. Porque I'm switching to Spanish. So Au Pair T said, "What is your typical schedule like right now?" That's a great question. My schedule is actually about to change because I'm changing from Spanish classes to German classes. But my schedule will go something like this. I wake up at like 8 o'clock every morning, and then I take a shower, and then I start doing my work. I'll edit videos or do my college work. And then I normally do that till about 11 or 11:30, in which time I leave the house. I'll go and have coffee with a friend or go and exercise, something like that. But I don't start working until 3 o'clock. I do like to be home no later than 2:30. Generally, I'm home by 1:30 or 2. And then it just depends. Some days the kids and I will go to the park after school. Some days I'll take them to their different activities. But my working hours are technically from 3 to like 7:30 or 8 when the parents get home. It's really flexible, and my host parents are really flexible, so that's super, super nice. But yeah, that's kind of how my schedule goes. One thing that's really weird about Spain, for those of you who don't know this, kids go back to school in the evening. So my kids' school, 2 days out of the week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, they go from 9 a.m. in the morning to 1 p.m. in the evening, and then from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's really strange, I know, but that's very common here in Spain. Kids come home for lunch. Let's see. Ghosty by the hosties. That's true. They did ghost me. It was really dirty. They did ghost me. Truthfully though, I would still be their au pair. Like, they were awesome. Tomorrow my first blog post will go live. Yeah, so y'all need to check this out. This is I'm sorry, I've seen your message. I have not had the chance to respond to it yet. But this is a new blog that's up online from Au Pair to Expat. And she talks, if I'm not mistaken, you live here in Spain, right? But she talks about being an au pair and then how that life went. Y'all need to check that out though. I'm going to check it out after this. What? Ghosted by a host family. Yeah, so I'll just like briefly tell y'all my ghosted story. It was really pretty funny. Au Pair T said I start work at 7 a.m. Oh my God, lucky you. Yeah, I am really lucky. I'm really lucky. Well, all my kids are older too, and my host mom doesn't get to spend loads of time with them because of her work schedule, so she really enjoys that time in the mornings to be with them, which I respect that. Truthfully though, I love working. I really do. But yeah, so my ghosted story, my brother and I were visiting Austria for 4 days, and I scheduled 4 interviews in a 4-day time period with families. And so this one family, I really, really liked them. We'd been messaging back and forth, and so I messaged the mom on Au Pair World, and she responded, but then just through the conversation, she was really slow to respond. At one point, she didn't respond for 2 weeks, and then she sends me a message like, "Hey, sorry, I meant to tell you, we're looking for someone to start sooner than you want." Or, I'm sorry, later. And I was like, "Hey, that's perfect. You know, I'm starting in September." This was back in February of last year. And I told her also, like, I'll be in Vienna this weekend. If you would like to meet, I would love to meet you. So she said, yeah, you know, that would be perfect. We'll pick you up at the train station. They lived about, I think, 30 minutes outside of Vienna. So I got on the train, and they picked me up at the train station. All the family was there. They were super sweet, spoke incredible English, and they took me to their house, and it was the biggest house I've ever seen in my life. It was massive, just huge. And they were kind of vague about their au pair history. It was kind of odd, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, we all but agreed to work with each other. And so I left thinking, like, these people, they're gonna be my host family, right? So it was down to them and then this family that I live with here now. And so I sent them both the same email the next day asking about pocket money, insurance, kind of the more technical aspects. Well, my host family here in Spain responded within 2 hours, and then they responded in 2 weeks. So it was just a really strange experience. I don't know. It was very weird. And the way they responded, essentially they said like they settled on another au pair, but their story just didn't match up. with the other things they told me. You can go and watch the video for a lot more details, but it was an interesting story. By the way, I don't know if it's a British family. Oh, but they ghost almost every au pair. How strange in Britain. That's so strange. Yeah, I don't know. That does happen. I mean, that's happened with me before. I think it was really strange to be ghosted considering I met these people. Like, I met them, and I'm telling you, like, they all but offered me the job. I was in their kitchen, and they told me, they were like, look, you would be a fantastic match for us. We just need to write a contract. Like, those were their words. It was really strange. But Ferdy said, I can only apologize on behalf of the British people. We suck. That's not true. I love my British friends. Yeah, so it is weird when that happens. I'm going to do like just a couple more minutes and then I'm going to run because I will help my host mom get my kids ready for bed. Yeah, so I don't know. I would say if you do get ghosted by family, just take it in stride. It's a weird thing. Go and watch the video though. It's a really interesting story. And I actually I WhatsApped the family a while back because I'm looking for host families right now. And the mom like opened it and she read it, but she never responded. So the story goes on and on. Okay, I'm going to take another question here. I think these will probably be a couple of my last questions. Let's see. Ooh, how do you pick a language school? This is a good question. So most au pairs do go to language school if y'all don't know. If you're like the ladies at Au Pair Tea, she left you on red. She did. She left me on red. Like that woman is confident in herself. But if you're going to another country that speaks your same language, obviously you don't have to take language classes. But for example, Americans coming to Spain, we do have to take language classes. It is mandatory. I would say there's a couple things that I would look for in a language school. One is in-person classes. So no matter how good you are at the language, going to in-person classes is going to help you make friends and meet new people. It's really beneficial. But also, my language school does trips, well, before COVID. So on the weekends, you could pay like, I don't know, I think it was like 10-ish euros, and they would take you on trips to different places. Of course, it would depend on where you were going. Hi, Isabel, wie geht's? But I love that. Isabel, the one who just joined, was my family's prior au pair. Claire and I just called her a couple days ago. But yeah, so I would say look for language schools that are affordable, that do some sort of community activity like taking trips or having something like that, and also that's going to teach you the language. You know, you do want to learn the language. Okay, last question, unless you guys have any more, and then I think I will probably head out. Let's see, make the last one count. Ooh, this is a good one. What advice do you have for au pairs? I read that wrong, sorry. What advice do you have for au pairs that can't decide between families? So this is a tough thing. This happened to me my first time. But I would say if you're having a hard time picking a family, I call it au pair bingo. So make a chart with all the different things that matter to you. So let's say in this column here, you're going to have things that matter to you. Like, do they have animals? How long are you going to have to work? How much are they going to pay you? And then on the top, you're going to put their names, the host family's names. And then for each column, they're going to get a point if they fulfill that category. So I did this with my first experience. I was down to 2 families, couldn't decide. One family came out 1 point higher than the other. And then I flipped a coin, and I knew when that coin was in the air exactly what family I wanted to go with. So that's another good advice. Flip a coin. When it's in the air, you'll know who you want. Au Pair T says, go with your gut always. I agree. My second experience, I did not go with my gut. I went with my head. You know, it just, I don't know, it was very emotional. Y'all should hear about that if you're going to watch my au pair horror story. But yeah, go with your gut. That's good advice. Okay, Annika, this is the last thing I'll answer and I'm going. I have a video idea. It would be very helpful if you could do that. Packing. Ooh, I've never even thought about that. What should I take with me? What should I leave at home? That's a fantastic question. I will do a video. Yeah, I will. I will try to film that within the next couple weeks. Thank you, Annika. All right, so thank you all who have come today, and this video will most likely be up on YouTube. I'm going to try to put it up very, very soon. Yeah, Operti said, oh Lord, packing was a trial. It is. It's tough to pack. It is tough. So I will definitely make a video about that. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. I love you guys. Y'all are really, really fantastic. And please share my channel with your friends. Share all this stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Have a great night wherever you are in the world. Buenas noches. Gute Nacht. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.